Sport NI, we are a team who are passionate about maximising the power of sport to change lives. By 2025, we want the power of sport to be recognised and valued by all. When any of us take part in sport, we know it makes an invaluable contribution to our individual, physical, mental and emotional well-being. Sport provides us with a growth mindset, or the ability to learn, navigate challenges and grow, which we can apply to life. It helps us develop higher levels of physical literacy, improving our confidence and competencies for a lifelong physically active lifestyle. It improves our emotional state and gives us a sense of belonging and connection within our communities, clubs, and with the world around us. We know sport can change the individual life of many for the better, but the power of sport can be realised societally, and we want to build on the contribution that sport already makes to health, education, community cohesion, and the economy. We have been more successful than ever in terms of increasing the numbers of people sustaining participation in sport and physical recreation. But we know there are barriers that still exist for many in our society. The participation rates for people with a disability, women and girls, older people, carers, Black and minority ethnic communities, and our LGBTQ+ communities remain significantly below the general rates of participation. So inclusion and equality and developing the right culture must be cornerstones of our work to ensure we make meaningful change for everyone. We also know there are key transitions in people's lives when, for a range of reasons, there is an increased risk that they may drop out of sport. Whilst the general upturn in participation rates must be celebrated, recent research has reaffirmed an ongoing and worrying decline in children's participation in sport, physical recreation and physical education. When we view this alongside rising obesity levels amongst children, this paints a worrying picture for lifelong activity rates and health. We also know that there is a growing trend to participate more informally and autonomously in sport and physical recreation, detached from the support of a club. Yet we know that an inclusive club environment and quality coaching are key factors that help sustain an individual's participation in sport. Sport NI and the sports sector need to respond to these challenges together, and over the coming months, as we begin to emerge from the ravages of COVID-19, we will have an increased focus on our physical, mental and emotional well-being. The power of sport has never been more important to us all. Our corporate plan is focused on building an inclusive and connected sporting system, which delivers a quality, welcoming and engaging experience for all in sport and physical recreation, particularly among underrepresented groups. So what do we mean by a sporting system? The sporting system is made up of many different elements that operate interdependently and require the support of multiple partners in order to thrive and transition people from inactivity to sustained and lifelong participation in sport. Some of those people may also be talented enough to progress to compete at high performance level in their chosen sport. We will move from a culture that is focused on compliance and targets to one that facilitates positive practices of participant-focused experiences. In particular, we are committed to effecting much-needed transformative change in how sports, the media, general public and young people view women and girls, as well as people with disabilities, Black, Asian and minority ethnic and LGBTQ+ communities, ensuring attitudinal, cultural and structural barriers are removed as we challenge and change mindsets. We are determined to build a warm and welcoming sporting family culture for all that empowers development and ultimately high performance for some. Through this corporate plan, we want to deliver two outcomes over the next 5 years. We want people to adopt and sustain participation in sport and recreation. In particular, closing the participation gap for people with a disability, women and girls, older people, carers, Black and minority ethnic communities, and our LGBTQ+ communities. We want Northern Ireland athletes to be among the best in the world. We have listened carefully to you as we have developed this draft corporate plan during other engagement processes, and you told us you want the transitions and pathways into the sporting system to be more accessible and welcoming for all. You want a warm, inclusive environment and quality coaching because it is key to sustaining participation. You want a diverse product offering from clubs to meet people's changing lifestyle needs. You want improvements in physical literacy in young people and others. You want a greater focus on people development as central to an effective sporting system. You want equality and inclusion to be mainstream throughout the sporting system. You want the administrative burden on volunteers to be alleviated, to allow an increased focus on culture and practice. You want a cohesive sports system that offers opportunity for all and makes us proud of our progress and success. You want help with business planning, modernisation and improved use of digital technologies to adapt to a dynamic and challenging environment. We continue to listen carefully to what you need and want, and now we want to hear from you as part of the consultation on our draft corporate plan 2020 to 2025. We would like you to complete our online survey and take part in one of our consultation events.